Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look at the Seattle Kraken. How are they going to be able to jump off the success of the Vegas Golden Knights? Obviously, the Vegas Golden Knights going to the Stanley Cup Final in their inaugural season. Will the Seattle Kraken be able to win the Stanley Cup? Will they be able to make the playoffs? We'll be taking a look at that in this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below, and let's take a look at the Seattle Kraken. Woo! Alright, so let's go. So before we get too far into this video, guys, want to give a quick plug to our Instagram and Twitter handles at goalline_hockey. Links will be in the description down below, as well as playing throughout this video. And make sure to check out our Patreon for a weekly podcast every Thursday night. Talk about the latest news around the league, answer some of your questions here from the YouTube comment section, as well as some other things. So make sure to check that out. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the questions around the Seattle Kraken. Now, obviously the expansion draft is 2021, which, shit, we're a month away from. And at some point, it seemed like so far away that the Seattle Kraken would be coming to the NHL. It seemed like so long, 10, 20, 100 years from now. Now, we are about to be on the precipice of Seattle coming to the NHL. And the question is, are they going to be able to have anywhere near the same success, anywhere near the same expectations of the Vegas Golden Knights? And we'll be looking at that here. So, some of the questions that are brought up: do you think Seattle will have similar franchise success to the Vegas Golden Knights, the actual team they put together and the fan base that they create? What do you think Seattle's biggest challenges will be? I think Seattle's bigger challenge is going to be with the general managers, because the general managers around the NHL have seen what happens when you try to keep players. You end up losing guys that are good. And that's just how it goes. So, are you more willing? We're going to see how NHL GMs approach this. Are they more willing to give up guys that they already have? Or are they willing to, continue to give up prospects and a bad contract just to get rid of that contract? So those are the things we have to kind of keep in mind. So let's take a look at what they said here. Obviously with the pandemic, that has a lot to do with this here, because the flat salary cap is going to make general managers maybe try and offload some bad contracts. I'm looking at you, Tampa Bay Lightning. Tyler Johnson and his $5 million could end up in Seattle, but Seattle may say, hey, listen, we're considering maybe taking Tyler Johnson, but, you got some really solid defensemen over there in Tampa as well. Maybe we take Ryan McDonough. Or maybe one of those guys that they can't keep, like Charnak. So, listen, if you want us to take Tyler Johnson, we'll take him, but you got to give us a little something back. A first, a second, whatever that price will be. But Seattle sets the market for that. And I think we are going to see something like that happen here. Now, they also still need a general manager, or they have a general manager, but they need a head coach. They do not have a head coach at this point. And Gerard Gallant will have to, well, that would be hilarious if Gerard Gallant was both the expansion of the Vegas Golden Knights head coach and the expansion of the Seattle Kraken. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. I would not be slightly shocked. I think that could happen. Okay, so here's another question. Do you think having prospects playing games over in Europe will give them an advantage when they come back from training camp over veterans they're battling for spots? All right, so that's coming back to the Boston Bruins. I don't really care about that. So Seattle, we're really in a spot where, can Seattle have the same success as Vegas? Because I think going into Vegas's first season, nobody really expected them to do anything. And the fact that they were able to go not only and make the playoffs, not only win that Pacific Division, they went to the Stanley Cup Final, and they were very close to beating the Washington Capitals. So things didn't work out that first season, and the closest success we've seen to that is the Florida Panthers, who in their second or third season went to the Stanley Cup Final, where they inevitably lost to Patrick Roy and the Colorado Avalanche. But Seattle, Is this the opportunity where we see them go in, have a really good roster, and because they've seen what Vegas has done, that's a high expectation to go to the Stanley Cup Final in year one. But even if they are a solid team, I mean, let's remember, they're in the Pacific Division, which, if I'm going to be honest, this is a good time for Seattle to come into that Pacific Division. You have the California teams who are kind of on the decline. All of San Jose, LA, and Anaheim, they just aren't playing that well right now. Arizona just lost Taylor Hall, and I don't know really where they've made up for that this offseason. You have the Vancouver Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights, who I think are really the threats in that division. And then you have the two Alberta teams who seem to fight it out for a playoff spot. But now Seattle comes into that mix. They could be that third or fourth team that gets in the playoffs, potentially in the 2021, well, really the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think the expectations of this Seattle Kraken team should be? Do they get to the playoffs? Are they a bottom feeder that goes for a top 5 draft pick? They start, first overall pick chasers by November? Or do you think they have the potential to win a Stanley Cup? I think we'll have a better idea of that once they build their roster. But again, once Vegas built their roster, we thought they were going to be a bottom feeder, and look how things turned out for Vegas. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. And if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, you want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.